Hi, this is Suchi, and in our previous video, we have seen how to install Python in our system. Now, as Python is installed, and if you have installed Python version greater than 3.4, you must have got the pip also installed in your system. So what is pip? Pip is the package manager for Python. Using pip, you can install different type of Python packages in your system. Now, how to write Python code, where to write the code. There are different type of editors where you can write the code. So the very basic thing is nothing but Notepad. So if we will open Notepad and we write our Python code here, let's say print hello world, which is the first statement we actually write for any type of coding. And we save this file as a py file. So let me save it. You can save it in any location you want. Let me save it here itself, the folder I have opened. And change the extension, this save type to all files, and name the file whatever you want to. Let me name it sample file1.py. So the file name should end with a .py extension so that it is saved as a Python file. Then just save it. And if you want to run it, you can just open the CMD here, the command prompt here, and you can run with py or Python command. So Python and then the file name, sample file1.py. So it will run the file here in our command prompt. As you can see, the hello world has been printed. So this is one way of doing it. There are many other ways. We can also, here you can see the file symbol has been changed to ideally symbol. So we can use ideally in two ways. After we have a Python file, we can right click on it. And if any Windows version up to 10, you will see open with ideally option here, edit with ideally option here in this after right clicking on the file, you will see the edit with ideally option here. But for Windows 11, I have Windows 11, so I have to click on show more options, and here I will get this edit with ideally option. And if I click on this file will get opened and I can edit it here. I can add anything, add or remove anything, and then I can press F5 from my keyboard, or I can go to run and click on run module. So it will run the module and you can see the statement is printed here. So this is another way of doing this. We can directly use the ideally here. So we have to just search for ideally. We must see something like this if Python is already installed in our system. So we have to double click on it and the ideally will get opened. So here this is the ideally shell which is opened, and I can just write the Python code here. So it is working. And Python code can be directly run from the command prompt also. So if I open the command prompt and I can type here Python, I can see a Python interpreter has started. So now if I type any code, any Python code here, it will run the code. So this is another option of doing it. Now, there is another good interface. We can also definitely use the VS Code. Let me show the VS Code also. If you have VS Code installed in your system, you can open it from here. Another project is opened for me, but we can also open VS Code from CMD prompt like this. In whichever folder we want to open the VS Code, we can just go here and type CMD. Once the command prompt is opened, we can write code dot, and the VS Code will be opened in that folder. Then you can see the Python file here. So if you have installed the extension for Python in your VS Code, then you can directly run the Python file here. So let me install it. If you do not see that pop-up, you can go here to extensions and you can search for Python and you can install it. So it will take some time to get installed. In the meanwhile, let me show you what is the other option to run it. So in VS Code, if I open the console, from here, if I open the terminal, and I can also use the Python command here, and I can name the file. So it will run and show me the result. Now my extension got installed. So once the extension got installed, if I go to the file, if I open the file, I will see this run option from here. So this is also another way to run it. So I can run it from here. It will automatically run this file and I can see the output here. So these are the different ways we can run Python. Now there is another good integrated development platform or environment which we can use and which is more easy to use and which is really good for the learners or the beginners. So let me show you that. If we go to online, if we go to internet, we can search for Jupyter Notebook online. I'll just show you the platform from here and I'll show you how to install it in our system also. So here you can see Jupyter. So Jupyter gives a very interactive computing platform for Python. So here we have Jupyter Lab, we have Jupyter Notebook. Okay, different type of interface it gives. So you can check out Jupyter Lab from here. I'm just going to show you this Jupyter Notebook. So Jupyter Lab is there, Jupyter Notebook is there, Voila is there. All of them we can install easily. Let me show you the Jupyter Notebook platform, Jupyter Notebook from here, so that you can see how easy it is to work with Jupyter Notebook. So here we can see file option. I can create a new file here. So I'm creating new notebook, which is untitled. So it is showing which type of Python kernel I want to select. I'll select this one, which was selected. We can name it. And we can see this type of interface. So here inside these boxes, we can type our code. So let me type print So after we type our code, we can do two things. One is shift enter. Shift enter will run the code. Other thing is other ways we can go to this run option and run selected cells we can do. Otherwise, we can run it from here also. So here you can see this run symbol. So we can just click, it will run the selected cell. So this is how it makes our life easy and simple. So there are so many other options we can do, undo, redo, all those things that you can explore, and it is very user friendly, the GUI. So how we can get it into our system? And definitely you can also try Jupyter Lab. That is also another way, another platform. So let me leave. We can download it from here also. This is online interface. If you do not have Python installed in your system, you can also try online in Jupyter Notebook. But now our motive is to download this. So let me open CMD prompt. Let me open CMD prompt anywhere in my system. So here itself I'm opening, but I will just come here. And what I will do is I'll do a pip install. Pip is our package manager, as I already told, and pip can install. With pip we can install the Python libraries. So now I will just install the notebook. If you want, you can install Voila or Jupyter Lab from here using pip install itself. I'm just going to install the notebook. So I'll just say pip install notebook. So it will take some time. I just skipped the video. Now it is installed, and once it is installed, how we will launch it? So in whichever folder we want to launch it, we just need to move into that folder, or even we can launch it from the root folder. So let me open it here. I will open the CMD, the command prompt from this folder, and then I just have to type Jupyter Notebook. So once I type this, it will take few seconds. Okay, now it is launched. As you can see, it has been launched here. So this is launched in this browser. If you want to use it in some other browser, you can just copy this URL and open whichever browser you want to use it in, and you can just paste the URL and press enter. It will be accessible from that browser as well. So I have taken it in Chrome, and you can see this folder is accessible now. So all these Python files are accessible here. So what we can do is, here you can see this new option. So from new option, we can create this Python 3 notebook. And once we created this Python 3 notebook, we can see this kind of interface here. And here again, we can write print hello world. Now Jupyter has one thing, that it will auto save your progress. You can name the notebook from here. And it will auto save your progress. If you close this also, you will be able to get whatever you have written here. These are the different environments where we can write our code and run our code. Thank you for watching, and keep implementing.